It seems like the buck stops here with Big D's pursuit of Dom since she's back with Amp. But is he over it? What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All the Queensmen video. And in this one, we're going to discuss if Big D has gotten over Dom that quickly. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my All the Queensmen content and conversations. I'm dropping new videos every single day as we come up on the mid-season finale. And there are quite a bit of story points, plot points that we need to really dive into a little bit more. And for the purposes of this video, Big D is on the chopping block now because we need to talk about this. Specifically him and his situation with Dom, because something just isn't really adding up. Let me take you back to how we got here. Big D entered Club Eden as this seemingly harmless civilian dancer recruited from one of the bachelorette parties that Babyface was dancing at. But honestly, his story got interesting real quick because he went from civilian dancer to criminal informant to becoming one of Madam's now trusted VIP dancers, regardless of how much Babyface wants to kick and scream. The way that this man navigated himself out of trouble, especially during the Black Rock Boys robbery situation to save Champ in trouble, and then the whole criminal informant and saving Casanova's life, really should be studied. It showed us that this man got a little bit more layers than an onion. From the moment that Big D stepped into Eden, there was something about Dom that caught his eye. But here's what's making this interesting. His pursuit of her wasn't just about physical attraction, or at least it didn't seem that way at first. While other men in the club were playing games, Big D was out here showing what actual interest looks like. This man was fixing her car, walking her to her car, trying to be a protector, trying to just take up space and spend time with her, like asking to take her to dinner and to lunch, you know, actual dating behavior. The kind of attention that makes you think, this guy might actually be into me. Now, when comparing Big D to other men in the club, especially Amp comes at everything with some type of passive aggression or active aggression and often violence. Big D moves with a quiet confidence. He's about teamwork when others like Babyface are trying to create division. Even when things get heated, Big D keeps his cool. He's basically the antithesis of everything that Amp represents. He's chivalrous, he's patient. He actually is trying to be of service to the people around him instead of just taking. But here's where Club Eden itself becomes a part of the problem. Y'all, this place is like a snow globe, a contained little world where everything feels more intense than it actually is. Think about it. Big D pursuing Dom like he did from the very beginning, like she was the last woman on earth, when in reality, this man dances for beautiful women every single night and he has plenty of women to choose from. It's wild. But within Eden's walls, Dom represents something different. She is the good girl, the one that could validate their morality in a place that often lacks it. Now let's talk about what happened recently, because this is where things start to get a little bit messy. That little 3-second encounter in the club, the little 3-second sex. Child, that wasn't just embarrassing for Big D. It was revealing. Here's a man who spent all this time trying to show Dom that he wanted more than just physical intimacy and that she should pick him and he was the right guy. Then he gets caught up in a moment that has essentially reduced everything to exactly that. And let's be real. The fact that Dom even offered the opportunity speaks volumes about how she views him and the place that she was in her life at that moment. The way that Big D tried to play it cool afterwards, asking, are we good? And her saying, we good. And him like, okay. It was not actually him saying he's good or they're good or he's happy that they're good. That is not acceptance. That is a man that is trying to save face after being deeply embarrassed. And can we talk about the risk he's taken by antagonizing Amp? Amp has already taken 2 lives on the show and he's Madam's nephew. One wrong move and Big D could lose more than just his dignity. He could lose his position at Eden and worse, his life. But here's what's really interesting about this whole situation. Dom's role in it all. Looking back, it's becoming clear that she was just using Big D to make Amp jealous. She played with this man's genuine feelings like they were toys, and now she's back with Amp like nothing ever even happened. The jealousy we're seeing from Big D now and will continue to see, that's not necessarily just about him losing Dom. It's about realizing that he was never in the running to begin with. Big D's okay to Dom's we good is about as real as a $3 bill. That man is hurt. He's embarrassed, and he is definitely not over it. I suspect that we're going to see him start to find subtle ways to antagonize Amp even more, not because he think he can win Dom back, but because sometimes pain makes people act out in ways that they normally wouldn't. And sometimes misery just likes company. What's truly sad about the whole situation is that Big D represented something different in Club Eden, a possibility for genuine connection in a place where everything feels very transactional. But in the end, he got caught up in the very thing that he was trying to rise above. And while he's trying to play it cool now, something tells me that this part of the story is not over yet. Amp and Dom have not seen the last of him, and he might make his pain their problem. Thank y'all for watching and hearing me out. I would love to know, do you think Big D is over Dom? Let's talk it out in the comment section down below. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with, and if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I think that you liked it, so hit that like button for me pretty please. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next All the Queensmen video.